What If Karate Kid Legends is the 7th season of Cobra Kai. Welcome to ScreenRant, I'm Sheldon,
I'm Rumi.
and today we're dropping Jackie Chan and Ben Wang's upcoming Karate Kid movie right into the very middle of the Cobra Kai universe.
Yeah, cause that's just what Cobra Kai needs. Another troubled sensei and a dangerously naive kung fu student.
Well, you said it, and that actually brings us to our first plot point. Johnny and Daniel's rivalry would kinda evolve in Karate Kid Legends.
Yeah, I can see that. Cobra Kai is headed towards a reckoning for Johnny and the Cobra Kai senseis.
That is right, so while Mr. Han convinces Daniel to become a sensei again, a new tournament in New York will put Daniel and Johnny back into each other's paths.
Oh, can I do Johnny?
And Daniel replies, "Johnny, it's nice to see you."
Are you a sensei in this tournament? You know, Cobra Kai is gonna kick your ass, LaRusso. Nah, I'm just joshing, or jonesing, or whatever kids are saying these days. It's nice to see you, man.
Okay, Johnny, this is Mr. Han. We're co-senseis.
I know what that's like. Then Johnny throws a playful punch at Mr. Han's shoulder before walking off. See you around, LaRusso.
Is that guy gonna be a problem? Mr. Han asked Daniel, who says something like, no, he's actually kinda like you. But that just confirms what Mr. Han was afraid of. Johnny was indeed gonna be a problem.
Okay, that's interesting, but we need a twist.
Alright, okay, so how about Johnny's co-sensei is Danny McBride from Foot Fist Way.
Okay, gotta admit, I didn't see that coming.
He's the perfect fit for Cobra Kai, a taekwondo black belt and a hothead just like Johnny. Sensei Simmons has to be in Cobra Kai and Karate Kid Legends.
Come to think of it, they do kinda have a lot in common.
Yeah, and personally, I just need to see more of Danny McBride from Foot Fist Way.
I think we're gonna need a bigger twist than that.
Alright, don't worry, how about Johnny's new student is Jaden Smith's Dre Parker.
Okay, now that's a real twist.
Alright, so after the Sci-Fi tournament in Cobra Kai, Miguel, Robbie, Sam, Tori, Hawk, and all the others will be in college during Karate Kid Legends. Most of them will have gone in through varsity programs, fighting for their university's karate team. So, in New York, Mr. Han gets the surprise of his life when he finds out who will be fighting for Cobra Kai in the tournament. His former protege, Dre Parker.
Mr. Han tells Daniel, I knew it, I knew that guy was trouble.
And then Daniel replies, I know you're worried about your former student, Mr. Han, but I'm telling you, Johnny's a changed man. Dre is in good hands.
You never had a dark side, Daniel, Mr. Han says. Right now, Dre needs Miyagi-Do, not Cobra Kai.
Or is this still about you beating Master Lee senseless in public? Listen, that was justified, Mr. Han.
No, Daniel. When Dre needed me the most, I failed my best student.
As for how that happened, we'll leave that to your imagination. But in the third act of Karate Kid Legends, everything ends in the final showdown. Ben Wang's Lee Fong will face Jane Smith's Dre Parker in the final fight. And due to the fighters' backstories, the Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do students would have already gossiped about them across the karate world. Besides, Miguel and Tori would be present at the final fight, not as fighters, but as guest judges and Sci-Fi Taikai champions.
Ooh, and Kreese could be watching the tournament from prison.
Exactly, this is the time for more Karate Kid Legends to make their cameos. Back in the valley, Sam and Robbie are holding down the fort and watching the tournament on TV with Miyagi-Do students.
So who's gonna win the fight, Lee Fong or Dre Parker?
Okay, so between those two, my best bet is Lee Fong. He's the new Karate Kid, and Dre's had his time in the spotlight. Also, Dre's response to losing would be a good showcase of what Cobra Kai has evolved into since Johnny Lawrence took back the reins after the Sci-Fi Taikai.
Yeah, at its core, Cobra Kai is really about intergenerational trauma.
Exactly, so if it's really gonna happen inside the Cobra Kai universe, Karate Kid Legends should have the same values as the show.
So Dre would just forgive Mr. Han for whatever he did?
Maybe eventually, but maybe Mr. Han is wrong about Cobra Kai being bad for Dre. After the lessons of Cobra Kai, Daniel and Johnny could be much wiser senseis, and they could respectively help Mr. Han and Dre Parker process their past.
Makes sense. So is there gonna be a sequel?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked. When the dust settles, the prologue will follow Miguel and Sam back in college, checking out who they'll be facing in the next intercollegiate tournament. As it turns out, they'll be fighting Robbie and Dory, who go to a different university, and even Dre and Lee Fong are in the next tournament as well.
And with that, the epilogue will lay the groundwork for Karate Kid Legends 2.
That's it. If Legends is going all out, it wouldn't make sense to not have a sequel. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think any of this could actually happen in Karate Kid Legends?
Tell us in the comments and keep watching ScreenRant. I'm Rumi.
And I'm Shell. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.